Afternoon, guys and girls. Rob here. A little different setting today. I'm out of the office. Uh, Darlene said, um, tired of you showing me in the angle that we've been doing. I said, okay, we can do something about that. So today I am in the living room. Came in the living room. Got my big screen TV that way. Got me this way so I can kind of see what's going on. Cardinals Tigers start in about 20 minutes. Yeah, actually, about 15 minutes. Cardinals Tigers. Um, Neither team going anywhere this year. Um, really, nothing. Uh, just nothing going on either way there. It's really not. Um, Tampa 3-1 over the Phillies last night. The Phillies are toast. I've said it. They're 4.5 back with less than 40 games to go. They're toast. They're not going to catch the Braves. Braves have still got Yankees. Braves have still got Rays. Braves have still got Red Sox. Um, but I just don't know if the Phillies play in some games against the Marlins. Um, they still got some games against the Diamondbacks, who swept them last week. Um, I just don't know. I just don't know if they've got it in the fortitude to come back from 4.5 back, 6 weeks to go, 5.5 weeks to go in the season. Now, I just don't know. I just about 5 weeks to go in the season. That's it. Um, I'm not sure they got it. What's up, Philip? Um, it really, right now, the teams you really want to look at are the teams like the Padres, the Reds. They're fighting for one playoff spot. Um, One of those teams is going to make it in the playoffs. The other one's not. Um, I don't know. Um, the Dodgers 2.5 back of the Giants. I've said all along. I still think they catch them and pass them. I still do. Um, but we'll see. A's. Um, they've they've kind of fallen off the beaten path. They're 4.5 behind Houston. Houston's looking good right now. Houston's looking really good. Um, I'm doubting that my A's pick more and more by the day. White Sox 10-game lead. It's over. Um, you know the Rays and Yankees. The Yankees, they've won the most in a row. Was it 11 or 12, something like that, since 1985. 36 years since they've won this many games in a row. They're a good team. They're better than a good team. They're a great team. Um, there's about 6 great teams out there. Yankees are one of them. They are one of them. I've said all along they were one of them. The Red Sox, I said all along, were not one. They were playing over their heads, and they just did not make any moves at the deadline. That's simply put as you want to put it right there. The teams that did not make any moves at the deadline had to in order to become better. Philadelphia, they didn't make any moves. Boston, they didn't make any moves. Um, Atlanta got themselves a full new outfield, 3 outfielders. Since then, they're what? 7 games, 8 games better than their Phillies, something like that. Incredible. They were 4 back, I think. And now they're 4.5, 5 up. So playing out of their mind, playing out of their mind. Um, just mentioned the Tigers and Cardinals. John Lester today for the Cardinals. So Sox still hanging around. Boston's still hanging around, but they're going nowhere now. You got to pass 2 teams, less than 40 games to go, and the Yankees offense is clicking. You don't have anything. I mean, you can't pitch around anybody on the Yankees staff now. You got 7 players that can hit the ball out of the park. You got 7 guys that can walk, and you got 7 guys that can get a base hit any time of the game. I mean 9, not 7. I said 7. 9 players. All the way from top to the bottom of the lineup. They got guys who can just dominate you. And that's the way it works. That's just the way it works. Royals at the Astros. That's 2:10 start. Um, Rockies and Cubs. That's a 2:20 start. Last night in St. Louis, Miguel Cabrera, Miggy, hits 501. So much for worrying about getting to the Hall of Fame with 500. He's on his way. He is on his way. And in fact, today he is going to get to sit. He is not. Miguel Cabrera will not start game 1. Jonathan Scope will play first base, and there is no DH in St. Louis. Miggy Cabrera will take the day off. Cardinals, Goldschmidt batting second. Kind of unusual place to have him at. Arenado fourth. Nothing new there. And Lester, like I said, we'll take the hump today. We'll see what happens there. Take the bump, rather. And, probably give the little bit of small advantage maybe to the Cardinals here being at home, but I wouldn't give over a run and a half. Tigers' offense has been hitting the ball. Cardinals are flat. They're not going anywhere. COVID's hit. COVID's for real. One county away from me, here in Virginia, the Solid South, the place where no one wears masks. They sent the students home from the high school today, one county over, and it's you kind of feel the grips kind of closing in on you. That's the way it is around here. I don't know where you live, whether it's the same feeling, but here it is. It's like they got the hands coming about this close to your neck, and you know it's just a matter of time before they grab it and say, schools are closing, kids are going back home until further notice, or we're going to do the thing from home again, whatever they call it. I don't even know what the word for it is. But yeah, they sent the kids home. I don't know why they bust them today. But they bust them in, right? They brought them in, talked to all the kids, and they immediately got them back on the buses and said, "Nope, we are we're not going to have our high school until further notice," or whatever they told them. I mean, they may still have a percentage of them coming every day. I don't know. I don't know the rule there, but I just know they sent the kids home today, middle of the week, Wednesday. Uh, I don't know. I don't know, and I guess there's no easy explaining to it if you really think about it. I mean, everywhere you go, there's different rules. Everywhere you go, there's different interpretations. Everywhere you go, it's taken at different heights. And everywhere you go, you've got some people that are doubters, and then you've got some people that are serious supporters of stay home, masks, um, inoculations, the works. So, look, there's no way 100% of the people 100% of the time is going to agree with anything. And in this case, more than ever, it's shattered. It's splintered. And it's just a lot of people just do not agree with the kids not going to school. Um, if there's cases, if there's cases of COVID, teachers, students, all faculty, I don't see the argument. You gotta send them home. You gotta send them home. But I just don't know when they're gonna solve this situation. I don't know if it's going to get solved anytime soon or not. I'm kind of skeptical about that. I got a feeling that it may go more than one more year. And these kids that are seventh, eighth grade, it's killing them. Math wise, English wise, spelling. Um, you better have yourself, especially if you got a kid that's 13, 14 years old, 12, 13, 14. Work with them. Work with them. Teach them how to, you know, balance a checkbook, whatever. But it's no joke here. It's really no joke, and this is something that uh, they're I'm sure the schools are looking into, and everybody's trying to figure out what the best um, route of defense or offense is here for this. But let me turn this up a little bit. I think maybe I turned it down a little bit too much. All right, let's try that. But I don't know. I really don't. I wish I had it. I wish I had a crystal ball, or I wish I had something that would figure out what's happening. But no, I don't. Uh, G Puck says it best: bad situation. It is terrible situation, and you know we as grown adult Americans. Most of the people that watch my channel are adult and Americans. I would think. Wife went back to school today. Wow. So it's just I think it's just a clock out there, tick tick tick, just a matter of time before they're back home again. Sadly, um, but when we talk, if you got grandkids, if you got kids and grandkids, do you give them the old story that your grandfather said to you, grandma said to you? Well, I used to walk 4 miles uphill to school and 4 miles uphill home. Stuff like that. It doesn't matter how we had it in school. We had buses taking us back and forth. Um, if it snowed, we had snow days. Um, Now we didn't have air conditioning in schools. That's one thing we didn't. Not when we went. We had fans. Box fans was it. But if it snowed, we didn't go to school. We had buses to pick us up and take us home every day. Um, we didn't have it that bad. Look at the kids nowadays. Look at the kids nowadays, what they've got going on. Mom, Dad, you got my mask? It used to be, Mom, Dad, you got my lunch money? Mom, Dad, you got my lunch money? Mom and Dad, have you got my sandwich? My bag, my lunch. You got my ice cream money? Mom and Dad, have you got my mask? Mom and Dad, have you got my proof of vaccination? Did you ever think it would come to this shit? Ever in our lifetime? And it's here. It's here. And I'm not sure it's going away. I'm really not. I'm not sure it's going to go away on us anytime soon. It's sad, but it's true. This is the way this is life now in 2021. Mom and Dad, have you got my mask? used to be pretty simple. Mom, got my book bag. Dad, you got my lunch money. Got your lunch money, put it in your book bag already. Bye. Mom, you got my book bag. Dad, you got my lunch money. Grandma, you got my mask. Grandpa, have you got my inoculation notice or whatever, where I got proof to get into school every day? Um, it's a lot more. It's a lot more to it than just stepping on a school bus going to school now. And now you got to be spaced out. And I'm not talking about drinking or smoking dope or anything like that. When I say spaced out, I mean actually you got to be spaced out on the school bus. Does that mean they're going to run two buses through and be like, okay, you're the first group through, and we're going to seat you this way and we'll seat you that way? I don't know. But you can't sit next to kids now on a bus. Kids can't sit next to kids on a school bus anymore. But let me ask one stupid ass question. I may sound like a fool for asking this. Oh, okay. They pulled them out of school today because of COVID here. But let me ask a question. Do you guys remember me wearing my baseball jersey that I sponsored a baseball team? Remember that 2.5 months ago? Um, they played 12 games, a 12-game season. I didn't see one mask. Not one. I didn't see a single mask inside of vehicles, and I didn't see none when people were sitting next to each other in the stands. I didn't see a single mask. Kids were playing baseball, playing with their friends on a baseball field, and I didn't see anybody. And during the whole season, not one time did I have a coach come to me and say, "Rob, guess what? We got a kid not coming tonight. Guess why? COVID." Didn't happen. It did not happen. Now, why? What the hell's up? They played a whole season. They played against different kids from different villages, different towns. We went places 30 miles to play. They came to our place to play. Not one mask I saw the whole season. I didn't see one person wear a mask. Coaches, managers, umpires, players, um, friends, moms and dads, grandmothers. I didn't see anybody. Nobody wearing a mask. They went back to school for 8 days. 8 days. They went back last Monday. Went 5 days and then today. And then catch them when they get off the school bus this morning at school. Put them in the auditorium. And they go tell them whatever they got to tell them and then send them right back home. Now, is something not ticking in my head as to why this is happening? I mean, I don't profess to be the smartest person on earth. But how do we get through all summer long? Hell, May there was no I mean, in May, a lot of graduations were whatever, online or whatever. But June, July, and August, June, July, and most of August, they played baseball. Even the end of May here, they played baseball. Didn't see a mask. Everything was relaxed, and I didn't see a single person get sick. And I didn't hear of anybody getting sick that went to the games. Now, I'm not talking about all over the United States. I'm just talking about this area. But why does it blow up and it flare up right as soon as they go back to school? You understand what I'm saying? The kids, I guess they don't give a damn one way or the other. But to be a person sitting on the sideline and realizing these kids 12, 13, 14, 15, they're not getting their math in, they're not getting their English in, and they're not getting their spelling in. They need to know how to by the time they get out of high school, they need to know how to balance a checkbook. They need to know how to spend money wisely, and some of the courses in high school teach that, how to put money aside this way, this way, this way to pay your bills and do all that. And they're not getting any of this. Are the parents at home coming through? I don't know. I really don't. But it's scary. It's scary because kids going to middle school probably haven't learned cursive. Yeah. Yeah. But nowadays it's going back to where you can just write, just print. Just print. 90% of the time when you go somewhere and, okay, I got a debit card right here, print your name on top, then write it below. You can print your name, put an X down below. They don't care. Long as they can read the printed name. But, $500 you make minus $110 for paying the light bill. They got to know how to do this stuff. I mean, it's serious now. There goes ball into left field corner, and it's going to be a double. It's going to be a double. Nope. Foul ball. John Lester is going to get tagged today. I feel it. He's just going to get hammered. Was this a foul ball? It was by about 3 feet, 4 feet. Yep. Yeah. So, but we'll see what Detroit does today. I feel like Detroit's going to be on top of it, a lot of his pitches today. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. Sadly, the way I learned how to write a check, the Price is Right check game. Hey, you know what? Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. What is happening today, Rob? Anything weird? Well, yeah. That one county over from us, okay, the kids got off a school bus. They greeted them. All the teachers were out there. You know how most time 2 or 3 are doing bus monitoring? All of them met them today and said, okay, you got to go in here, okay, and put them in a big auditorium. And these are the high school kids. They went in and told them what they had to tell them. They told the school buses to wait right outside. They loaded them right back up and took them home. So all they did release to the public is COVID has hit this county school, and they immediately sent the kids home. But they talked to them first. They told them, I guess, their options, whether they want to come to school, report, or if they're going to do it over the internet or whatever. I don't know. But all I can say is this, I taught math for years, and I'm seriously considering doing a YouTube channel or a YouTube video once a week, so kids can just watch it and learn stuff. Just learn stuff. Balance a checkbook. It's for an adult, it's not a hard thing. But for a kid, they're thinking about, okay, I could get in trouble with, the banks. I could mess up my credit. There's so many things they can do if they don't do it right. If they don't do it, is there any way you have any pool to get rid of Common Core math? Is there any way you have any pool Common Core math? You talking about just adding, subtracting, all that stuff? It's needed, I think. You think you need to get rid of it? Do I have any clout? I don't have any clout. No. Do you think it's needed, or do you think it's not needed? Common Core math, the four is what I call it. Add and subtract and multiply and then divide. You tell me whether you think it's needed in school or not needed. Common Core is a different way of teaching it. Oh, I that's something new to me. I don't know. Oh, that's not okay. Oh, that shows me right there. I stopped teaching in '06. I have always been a person of vision. I've always written stuff on the boards. Okay. I don't like books. I don't like books. I like to have a kid write it down. I'd like to write it. That's me. I've never been one that a book would tell you step one to step two to step three to step four to step five. No. Um, think of Common Core math as going from Cleveland to Columbus and not directly taking this. See, I've always been a no nonsense person when it came to math. Thing I ever taught kids, depending on what grade they were in, my the by the time they're in fourth grade, they got to know the multiplication tables, or fifth grade, something like that. They got to know the multiplication tables. That's something you can't BS. You cannot BS that. If I look you now and say nine times eight, you got to tell me 72. There's no, yeah, no, there's no written work that does math for me. When you're talking about the basic four, add and subtracting, dividing and multiplying, no, that is your head's your calculator. Your head's your calculator, and there's only one way to do it. You got to learn it. There's no shortcut, and there's no writing it down 9 times or something. I've had teachers tell me that. Write the eight down or write the nine down 8 times. No. 9 plus 9 is 18. 18 plus 9 is 27. No. No. You learn your multiplication tables. You learn your 12s. Okay? All the way up to 12. Then my math is always based on 0, 5. 0 and 5. If you've got a number ending in 5, it's not you're either the last number is going to end up being a 0 or 5. And if you're multiplying something times 0, it's going to always end in 0. I mean, it doesn't have to be hard. You don't have to make it hard, but that's the thing. You teach the kids, if they see 15 times 5, first thing you see is the 5 times 5 is 25. Carry the deuce over. You get to 5 times 1, and then you get to 2. It's 75. I mean, that's the way you do things. You don't have to make it hard. You don't have to make it where I've never wanted to teach a class where I thought I was putting one over on the kids. I wanted to teach a class where the kids would go home and show mom and dad what they learned today. That's what I always like. The addition and subtraction is basically the same operation. The same true with multiplication. Yes, exactly. Exactly. And that's the thing. I think I had to learn it by the third, the multiplication tables. Granted, was in advanced math class. Yeah, that's look. It's all a matter. That's a double play. They just turned it. St. Louis did, and they're going to the bottom of the first. No score, Detroit and St. Louis. Look, math is not something you want to trip kids up on. No, you don't want to trip them up. And you fail enough times and you don't want to do it. But if you jump the small hurdle, you want to jump the bigger hurdle and the bigger one and the bigger one. That's what you want with kids. You got different learning levels, different reaches. You take every one of them and you start at the first post, and you'll finally get to the mile and a quarter. My favorite math trick was I I was taught was 15 squares is 225, and 25 squared is 625. 5 squared is always 25. Take one digit, bumped up. And look, there's so many ways you can learn math. The thing of it is, you got to find the way that is good for you. But reading a book and stretching it out, no. 6 times 5, we're not going to write 6 on a board 5 times and let you add them up. Okay? You, my wife knows something that pisses me off. It pisses me off to no end. Okay? And these people would be out the door if they were not slow. Okay? But have you ever been to a Goodwill store? They'll ring it up. $4.35. Okay. I'd like to round up to $5. All right. This is when the clown bullshit starts. Okay. This is when grown people start looking like clowns to me. Okay. 435 is what you owe me, Mr. Rob. Round it up to 5. This is what they do. The last digits of 5, they go plus 5. Then they see 640, and then they look over to the side and see 60 cents, and then they go plus 60. Click. Look, folks, there's no way in hell you should be working a cash register. Yeah, there's no way in hell you should be working a cash register, right? And let's say the number turns up 633. You should know right off your head. You take 33 from 167. It happens. You think I'm shitting you? You come, if you go to a Goodwill and you tell them to round up, they've got them a chart over here. And I'm not lying. They've got one that says 1 penny if it's $6.99. I'm not lying to you. It goes from 1 penny to 99 pennies. I'm not lying to you. Round it up. I am not lying to you. They got a damn chart. Number one, okay. My only exception to that would be this, and I'm sorry. I don't care how slow you are, you would not be working my register. Okay. That would be my number one thing. But if we were to hire somebody that was slow learner, they would have to work somewhere else in the store. But anybody else that does not have an excuse for coming into the store working, there's no way in hell you're gonna work a register if I'm a manager. You're not doing it. Okay? You're not doing a home run Paul Goldschmidt. Now I understand for a 3 for 10 for someone like me when I was 16 or 17, you had to do 334, 333, 333. Yeah. Beginning with the number 1, the addition of each successive odd number gives you a square. 1, 3, 4, 1, 3, 5, 9. 1, 3, 5, 7, 16. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 25. Hey, look, every teacher has a different way of teaching that. Every teacher has a different way of teaching that. But the one thing, I don't care I don't care if you go to public school all 12 years. And if one of those years you get somebody that's a summer school teacher, it works with you for 4 weeks. It teaches you how to add, subtract, multiply, and divide. That teacher's probably done as much for you as any teacher you ever had in a school year. One-on-one, right there digging into the math. That's my opinion. I've always said it's the most important subject you got to know. Most important subject you got to know. Because if you can pull money out of your wallet, right? And they just tell you, well, you got to give me this one, and this one. You're already screwed. you're already screwed. You know what I'm saying? You owe me $18. You got a 10 and a 5 and a 1 right there. Well, you got to get some more. Or you're going to have somebody, you got a 10, a 5, and a 5. You got to give me some more. Somebody's going to rip your ass off. Because if you can smell it, if you can smell a skunk, you know it's there. And if you know somebody cannot count money, that person is live bait for anybody. For anybody that can count. That's the way it works. It's a damn shame, but that's the way it works. It's and so many people take math as just it's just a luxury. It's not a luxury class, folks. Hell, I even say some of the English they teach you back when they're talking about Shakespeare and some of that shit. eh, it's interesting stuff, but do you? I mean, do you live with Shakespeare every day, or do you live with what you learn in the math class every day? I'm just being for real about it. I'm not trying to make light of a history teacher or English teacher or anybody. But if you don't learn your math, you can toast yourself real quick. You can be you can be owing somebody mighty fast if you can't add. It can be really bad. And that's the way I feel about some of these kids. You learn Shakespeare if you want to be a Jeopardy champion. Yeah, that's right. And if you don't want to be in debtor's prison, you learn math. Yeah, because whatever amount of money you got in your pocket is what you've got to live on. Learn. You got to learn to live on it. Day 1 and day 30, or if you get paid by the month, or if you get paid by the 2 weeks, day 1 and day 15. That's the thing. You got to learn how to keep money for the last day as much as the first day. Now, I'm sure everybody has those days. Well, damn, I'm glad today's payday. You're not human if you're not. But you don't go a weekend to a 2-week deal realizing, oh God, I ain't got no money to live on for a week. Most people don't do that shit. Whereas my economics teacher said, no dough, no go. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You stay your ass. You bring your ass home and you stay put. You go get yourself a loaf of bread. You go get you some peanut butter. You turn the television on and you watch it. And you drink water. Yeah, hell yeah. I agree. I agree. That's not the worst life in the world. Sitting at home in this heat, eating a peanut butter sandwich, watching TV. Now, it's not going out doing stuff. It's not going out driving your car around where you could end up, with a flat tire or something worn out or something messed up. But it's a lot safer. It's a lot smarter. You're right. No dough, no go. That's it. Um, we the what was I going to say? Oh, this week, Owens Mill, Maryland starts tomorrow. The second playoff round in golf. Top 70 golfers now. You got to be in the top 70 this week. Right now, Jon Rahm, he fell to second after Tony Finau won last week. He is now number one in FedEx Cup points. And now Tony Finau has got to be looked at as a serious person to take on the FedEx Cup. I mean on the Ryder Cup. I think he will get picked now. Okay, my picks a week ago were preliminary picks. I'm going to come to you an hour, 2 hours before they actually do the picking, and I'm going to tell you who I think ends up getting picked. But I think Finau's got a great chance now. I wonder if the bet is up. Who will win a regular season game first? The Ravens or the Orioles is up. Um, Win a regular season. Oh yeah, Orioles on a 19 game losing streak. 21's a record. Um, no idea who they play tonight. They play in a tough division though. I mean, granted, they play in a tough ass division. They're playing four teams, all above 500. Two of them's going to be playoff teams. Yeah, you're not playing chop liver there. You're not playing chop liver. Angels again, probably. Yeah, Angels have a great chance. Angels have a great offense. Their their pitching's not good, but man, the Baltimore pitching sucks. They got that Means kid. What's he? 24, 25 years old. They holding on to him, but that's all they've got. They don't really have nothing else. I mean, I've watched them play a little bit, and they are really bad. They are bad. Now, are they Pittsburgh or are they Pittsburgh bad? I'm not sure they're that bad. Um, but the Orioles, Phillies got to still come down now. Last night was 13-1. Angels after 4. Yeah. Who the hell wants to go to Baltimore now? And the thing is, 2 weeks from now, Philadelphia is probably going to be out of it. Philadelphia's going down to Baltimore for 2 games. No, in fact, I tell you what, I think the Orioles are coming to Philadelphia, one way or the other. But it doesn't matter. Nobody's got to watch them if they keep fading the way they are. And Philadelphia is fading. They are fading big time. How about San Diego fires their pitching coach, Larry Rothschild? Yeah, opposing fans go to Baltimore, but Philadelphia won't. If they're out of the playoffs, they won't travel. Larry Rothschild, San Diego Padres pitching coach, gets fired 2 days ago. They're 10 back. They're 10 back of first place. They are back a ways. I don't know. I said all along I thought San Diego was overrated. They don't have all their ducks in a row. I don't know what is happening. That team is doing their Tom Petty impersonation right now. Free fall. Yeah, they are. Baltimore and San Diego. Yeah. San Diego's got a lot of talent, but they got a lot of I want to be nice about it. They got a lot of I'm not going to say show offs, but they got a lot of vibrant personalities. Let's say it that way. They like to they do like to show off when they're winning, but um, there's always that time when you don't win, and how are you going to react when you got somebody with a microphone in your face and you just lost 4 games in a row? And it's happened to them this year. They just have not played out great at times when they needed to. Marlins lost 8 in a row as well. Marlins got rid of a lot of stuff. They traded some valuable commodities. Tampa got some of their stuff. Marlins, Atlanta got a lot of their players too. Marlins, they're re-upping all the time. They're always re-upping, and they do the same as the Pirates. Um, they do a lot, and that's gonna be another hit right there. That's gonna be a hit. And the Tigers got a man at second. Just now they tried to steal a base, got thrown out. So they got a guy at second now with 2 outs. Top of the second, St. Louis 1, Detroit nothing. But yeah, Marlins, they've lost 8 in a row. Um, there's a lot of teams that are falling on their face right now. And the weird part is, when do we ever go this late in the season and no manager's gotten fired? Not one manager's gotten fired 115 games in the season. 120 games into the season. Not one manager's ever has gotten fired yet. When's the last time that happened? And then now you're starting to come into the COVID situation. We're not, a lot of places, you know, can you solve a three variable matrix, Rob? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I could or not. um, but it, you know, I'll tell you why I think no manager's gotten fired this year. The teams that are bad expected to be bad. The teams that are good, they were expected to be good. And the teams in the middle are kind of floundering. They're good at times, bad at times. Good Padres, Red Sox, Blue Jays, um, Phillies. Now, I will say this: after this season goes, wait and find out. Then that's when heads are going to roll, and including, I say Joe Girardi's gone. Joe Girardi gets fired after this season. People in Philly are sick of him already. He's terrible with a bullpen. He's just not good. He's just not. He's just um, he's an American League manager. Um, he likes to go through 5, 6, 7 pitchers a night. You can't do it in National League. You just cannot do it. And I think Girardi's. I think he's fired. I think he can. Um, I think he can write his ticket. Bye bye. Another manager probably. Um, oh man, you know what? I'm not going to say the Cubs manager is going to get fired because I don't think he will. He shouldn't. But they're saying that he's lost part of the clubhouse. How do you not lose part of the clubhouse when half the clubhouse is gone? You lose your direction to the clubhouse when half the clubhouse is gone. Um, I don't know. David is a good young um, manager. I think he'll be a good manager if he get given the opportunity. They're not giving him anything right now, and I think with some talent, he might be able to do something. I think so anyway. Um, Keith, you never got back to me about. I sent you a text earlier. See if you gotten back to me. No, you never did. Check your text out. Keith's on here. It's about finances. The only reason I'm not bringing it up on here, but I did text him, so he can text me or let. It's just a question. He can say yes or no to it. Um, but yeah, we're going to try to get Status Pro basketball on this channel soon. I'm looking forward to that. I really am. You don't know how much I really want to get basketball on the channel, especially 80s or 90s. Yeah, uh, we won't have LeBron James playing on my Status Pro board, and we will get payoff pitch very very soon back on the table. We will do that. I just saw a game over here that I haven't touched in about 6 months. Formula D, Formula D. You've seen me play it before, and I actually had different people um, that were shifting their gears and stuff, and they were doing that. A lot of fun, a lot of fun. And then I've got a backup track, um, number 5 track, Sochi or something. Never even opened it. So if I get some people around, maybe we'll play that soon. Keith White. Um, I hope Keith was able to see that. Relief from the heat may not come for a while. Yankees hit 3 home runs last night, hold off the Braves. Braves, um, they're not hurting for certain, though. They're doing all right. 1:45 here on the East Coast. Um, we'll see what else is happening in the news. Keith, check your text out. Check your text messages out on your phone. I sent you something. I just want to make sure about something. That's the reason I sent it to you. Since 1972, what are the best 5 starting pitchers for the Phillies? Or who are, I guess. 1972, then you definitely got to put in lefty Carlton, Steve Carlton. Wow. Yeah, Tim could go anybody. Carlton's definitely number 1. Number 2. All right, Duchek. Wow. Wow. Who do we put as number 2? You think Roy Halladay? Yeah. We talking about since the 8, and we're going through the 80s as well. Tommy Green pitched really well for him. If probably number 2 for me would be Cliff Lee. I think Cliff Lee was a solid rock number 2 of all time. Yeah, I would go Lee second. Halladay pitched that perfect game or that no hitter. Yeah, he didn't play there as long. Hamels, that's up for question, I guess. If anybody thinks he's, to me, Hamels, and the kid we got now, Nola, it's not that much difference in them. And I don't think neither one of them's a number 1 pitcher. I'm gonna go Carlton, Lee, Halladay. Wow. See, the thing is, I just don't think Nola or Hamels are that good. You look at Nola's numbers. He's 4 point something this year. He's had a lot of troubles. He's not the best pitcher on the team right now. Wheeler's the best pitcher on this team now. Oh, man. Wow. Oswalt was only there 1 year. Yes. I'll tell you somebody. Brett Myers. Brett Myers was good. He ended up going in the bullpen, being a closer. He ended up becoming a head case. We had a lot of problems with him. But he was a good starting pitcher. Brett Myers was a good starting pitcher. He was there during that time. And then they went and got Papelbon after that. Man, oh, man. Jeez. Hope all is well. Yeah, how you doing, Bobby? Bobby Catalano. She's got to be happy. Her Rays are playing really well. The Rays are playing really good baseball, but they got a bus all coming up behind them calling the Yankees. Man, oh man, top 5. I'm sorry, I'm not putting Hamels on it. I'm sorry, I'm not going to do it. And I definitely can't put Nola on it. Nola has not been around as long. Carlton, Lee, Halladay. I'm going to say Brett Myers 4. Oh, man. Oh, man. Starting pitching's tough. I'm going to say Tommy Green, though. Schilling was there, too. That's right. Schilling. Yeah. You're right. Schilling was there. Tommy Green was there. Schilling was there before I was. Yeah. Schilling. Yeah. So that's probably who I would have as my five. I would not have Nola. I would not have um, Hamels. I just wouldn't. Um, Hamels had the stuff to throw a no hitter any game, but he always left. How was Pedro's numbers in Philly? He didn't play there that long. He was there a very very short time. Terry Mulholland was there. Mulholland, in the '80s, Mulholland had good numbers. Yeah, go Rays. Wish they'd stop trading my favorite players. You still got Kiermaier. You got Kiermaier until he starts making a bundle, and then they'll trade him away. Um, uh, News of the day today, of course, one county over from where I live, the kids got off a school bus today. High school, 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th. They greeted them at the door. As soon as they got off the school bus, I guess kids thought, what have we done? Go right directly to the auditorium. They talked to them in the auditorium for about 20 minutes, sent them home. COVID is the reason given as to why they sent them home, but they talked to them for a while, let them know Kira Myers is in the Yankees' interest, but they can't do anything. The Yankees can't do anything until end of the season. If he's a free agent, then they can do something. Yeah, I'm not following him to the Yankees. Yeah, but yeah, as soon as that conference was over with the kids, they put them back on the school bus, sent them home today. 8 days. 8 days is all they went to school. And that raises big red flags to me. They played baseball all through the summer, entirely through the half of May, all of June, and all of July, and part of August. They played baseball. They didn't wear a mask. Parents came to the games. They didn't wear a mask. Coaches didn't wear a mask. Umpires did not wear masks. And they played different town to different town to different town to different town. And now they go back to school for 8 days. And they send them home. I just don't I don't understand it. That move would make you real mad, Poppy. Yeah, indeed, G Puck. They are a great team, honestly. Yeah, they. Rob, what's your prediction on labor agreement? How will the talks go, in your opinion? Um, Number one, DH both leagues will happen. DH both leagues will happen. Um, COVID talks has got to be COVID talks. Um, in 100 games head to head, how many games would be won by the 93 Phillies against the '08 Phillies? '08 Phillies were better. '08 Phillies had better pitching. Um, 65-35, 60, maybe 60-40, something like that. I'm still mad about Snell and Adames. Yeah. Yeah, Snell's not been good for San Diego this year. Um, on the road, what's up, lads? What's up, Ken? We're talking about my prediction on the labor agreement is both they will have the DH next year. That will happen. They're going to have a COVID. They're going to have COVID talks too. COVID talks are going to play a big major role in 2022. Okay, the Players Association are going to want a day, um, a day every month, where if the player wants off, they can go get tested by their own doctors, everything across the board. Number two, If for any instance the Major League Baseball decides to cut play, they decide to cut play due to the COVID, these guys will want to keep getting paid. They do not want to have a labor stall. Is what they call this. They want to keep. They want to get paid. Okay. Um, they also are going to want um, to probably cut down on their star ranking. When I call it star ranking, is this: MLB star ranks players from each team. Okay, if you watch MLB Network, you'll see Real Muto. You'll see Didi Gregorius doing all these commercials and stuff. They're going to want to cut back on that, and there's some reasons behind it. Yeah, some of them are star driven, where okay, I can sell me as a commodity just as well as anything if I'm doing these commercials. But a lot of these guys are not wanting to do them anymore, and it's going to give the younger players a better chance of maybe showing up on the screens, I think. Now we'll see what happens, because some of these that are star driven, that's what I call them, they're not making any extra money doing these commercials for the team. This is something that the league gets to pick. They get to cherry pick the players and say, look, I want him to do commercial for me. I want him to do a commercial for me. I want him to do a commercial for me. And if they're representing the league, okay, if they're representing baseball, they don't get paid for that. Nothing extra. Nothing extra. If they're representing detergents, water, a soft drink, alcohol, whatever, they get paid for it. But when they're on these commercials for MLB and all that type stuff, they're not getting any pay for it. And they're making trips going wherever, having to do this stuff. And some of the guys didn't like it. I do know that. Especially during COVID times when they had to wear a mask and all before the season started, having to make a run from Florida up to New York City, do this, do this, do this, do this. They didn't like it. So um, this, the star-driven element is what I call it. I think it's going to go to. They're going to go let the teams kind of decide. We'll let you, you know, represent us this time, and then we'll let you represent us next time, and then you. Spread the wealth. Get some of the lesser names out there, and I think that'll be good for them. Bobby, you have a good day. Um, but wanted to pop in and say hello while I could get internet. Oh, okay. Just on the verge of beginning Patriots talk. Keith says, yeah, Patriots right now. I have not heard anything about it, who they're going to start as their quarterback. Um, if you're in a transition mode, obviously you probably would start Cam Newton. If you are in serious, I think I can make it playoffs mode, I start Mac Jones. But if you're going to slowly transition over to Mac Jones, I probably would start Cam Newton. And then if you start losing, then you start doing the transition and take your time, give him a season or whatever. But if I want to win today, why wouldn't I get Mac Jones? Cam Newton is not any different than he was last year. A year older, that's all. They traded Sonny Michel. Oh, really? Where'd he go to? And, he's a year older. That's all he is. Cam Newton's a year older. To expect him to go out, win this division, and go 12-5 is ludicrous. Ludicrous. Crazy. It's not going to happen. Sonny Michel to the Rams. Okay. It's not going to happen, folks. I said when he came, he was not going to win. He had this very same team, the very same team that Tom Brady had. Sans some defensive players that decided to sit out last year. but they would not have set out. I guarantee you, if Tom Brady would have stayed. Nah. Steph Curry's mom and dad, mom was cheating on him. I don't know what happened there. I know they're getting a divorce. So I don't know what happened there, but I saw Dale Curry was going through a divorce. Rob, if you want these cards, you can have. Oh my goodness, Frank. Why don't you do this? If you send it to me, I'll send you some cash. Do you need the you need my email? I mean, you need my home address. Frank Wainscott is also looking for Legends of Wrestling cards, guys. NWA. If you've got some NWA wrestlers, Dusty Rhodes, Ric Flair, Cam, and some hot water about violating COVID restrictions, this might open door up wider for Mac Jones. Guess he has to miss 5 days. Yeah. Well, Cam Newton. I'm sorry, guys. Now, and a lot of people ain't gonna like this for me saying this. He's not gonna win a talent contest for having the most brains. Okay, he's not a brainiac. He's not a brain surgeon by any stretch. I've said a bunch of times he's a dumbass. He may have went to Auburn. I don't know what Auburn teaches you. But all you got to do is listen to the clown. And I'm telling you, you just know the shoes are not far behind. he may not be wearing them at the time that you're hearing him talk, but you know the clown shoes are close by. They really are. Frank, you want my home address, my friend? I'm serious though, guys. How many times have I come on this channel and I've knocked players, right, for being a dumbass? Oh, he can dress. Yeah, it looks like it. What look like Mr. Peanut sometimes. Wear a hat on that bald head, look like Mr. Peanut. And then he can show off purple and yellow better than anybody. But come on, 90% of the time I come on here and I knock somebody, or 100% in my mind, it's because I found some kind of flaw in their game that if I can find it, these professional people are gonna find it. They're gonna find it. I'm serious. MVP, Rob, MVP. Do you guys remember last year? Does anybody remember? Roll back a clock 12 months. Cam Newton is coming to the Patriots. Rob, he's an MVP. I said they're going to regret it. He is a clown in clown's clothing sometime, and he's going to mess up. He makes more mistakes than a lot of quarterbacks do. He's not in a tough division. Miami, the Jets. He's not in a tough division, guys. Buffalo's a good team, yeah. But that's not a top-tier division. AFC East is not a top-tier division. And they should be better than 500. Not with him. I'm sorry. And the guy is built muscles. Yeah. But he's got one between his ears too, and he just doesn't listen or whatever. He's got it set in his mind he can do this and that. And he's just not able to do some of the stuff he could do 10 years ago, 8 years ago, 6 years ago. Can't do it. He's not as fast as these young players. He can't throw the ball 75 yards like he could a few years ago. He's not as accurate as 70% of the guys out there. He's just not. Yes, he won a national championship at Auburn. Yes, he won an MVP at Carolina. But you got to take that into consideration what he had to work with in Carolina. He ran the ball all the time. Threw the ball to Steve Smith Sr. sometimes. He doesn't have that anymore. He's in a complex offense. You got to be able to read defenses and stuff. He just is not very good at it. That's why I say you got two choices. If you want to be in a rebuild, you start Cam Newton right now. You start him right now, and then when the bridge starts to cave in or the rock slide starts, you bench him, and then you put in Mac Jones and let Mac Jones learn in a difficult time. Or if you're looking to win right now, you set Cam Newton's ass down. Mac Jones, you're our guy. He's going to have rough times. I'm not going to say he's not going to have rough times. But I think he's a better fit for the system. And I think he's got a better. I'm not going to say he's got a better arm, but I think he can hit the areas, hit the targets better than Cam Newton. He's not a good runner, not even close. But you judge what he can do compared to Cam Newton, and you put him on the field. I'm not going to say he's going to win 7 games for you. But how many rookies come out and win 9, 10 games for you? Not many. Not many. Lawrence is not going to do it. Lawrence is not going to do it down there in Jacksonville. He's not going to win 10 games. Hell no. The one player right now set. The table is set for him across the board. And he can come in there. If he starts from day one, he should win 10 games as Trey Lance. He's not going to do it either. And everybody now is throwing me they're throwing me under the bus. I said number 3 pick should have been Mac Jones. And I said Mac Jones would not only win 10 games, he'd take their asses to the playoffs. That's what I said. Soon as Trey Lance got picked, I said they're going to flop. They are going to flop. You wait and see. They're going to flop. And now people are coming out throwing stuff. Oh, Rob, well, you can't expect them to be that good. No. You don't have a brakes on the bus too. You get the gas pedal, you drive it ahead. Don't throw the brakes on now and say, whoa, that's a lot to ask of this kid. No, bullshit. He's got receivers, he's got running backs, he's got an offensive line. Who brought all this football talk up? G-Puck? Yeah, G-Puck brought it up. Blame him, Ken. Blame him for it. Yeah. Let me throw my address up here real quick. Money, checks, anything given out there. LER. And anytime you send me games, if you just put Rob exclamation point on it, if you don't know my last name, that's fine. It'll get here. Don't worry about that. Trying to get you back into it, says Puck. Trying to get Ken Castro into it. Ken's going to watch it. Ken will watch the Patriots play. I don't know if Ken likes what he was hearing about me talking about Mac Jones or not, but I think more New England people like Cam Newton than they do Mac Jones. Am I wrong? Am I wrong about that? Am I wrong there? If New England people had a choice, they would say, let's start Cam Newton. That's what I think I would hear if I went up there. Where I'm just the opposite. I would set Newton's ass down and be like, nah. But I'm just wondering what people up north are thinking. People up there thinking, no football in my house. He says, I'm actually really, really ready to hear what these. Let's go to college football for a second. What the ACC, the Big 12, the Big 10, ACC, Big 10, and Pac 12, what they're going to do. They're in collaborations right now. Me and Keith White, we've discussed it. We've discussed it. And we think that they're gonna sold out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and get them to play each other. So, for instance, let's say Ohio State, who has owned the Big Ten for the last few years, we think they're going to play the top two Big 12 teams, Pac-12 teams, and the top two ACC teams, along with their schedule. That's what we think is going to happen. It may not be this year starts, but it's going to be soon. Did you get that address now, Frank? There we go. Yeah, that's what I think happens. I really do. I think Ohio State, Clemson, and some of these other practice was cool yesterday. CJ caught 3 balls in the scrimmage part of practice. He is competing for the slot receiver. All right. CJ Wainscott. Is that his name? CJ Wainscott? Let's look him up. Playing out in Cincinnati, Ohio. All right. We're going to do a little Google search. See if your son is a famous young man. CJ Wainscott. He's on Facebook. Let's see. It's Oklahoma, though. New York. Nah, maybe not. Let's put receiver on there. All righty. All right. I don't see it. I don't see him, but that doesn't. Hey, just because his name's not up in lights yet, it does not mean it won't be. You just tell him to stay grounded. 3 balls in scrimmage. He's competing for the slot receiver. That's good. Very good. Frank, what kind of quarterback has he got? Who's most like his quarterback? I mean, is it one that likes to run a lot? Is it a guy that just likes to throw the 5-yard outs, or he likes to throw north and south? Or who's he remind you of? The quarterback when he goes back to throw the ball. Doesn't matter. He does. If you say Peyton Manning, who I'm trying to work on draft strategy, says Michael Peterson. Michael Peterson is looking for a game. Michael Peterson, shoot that game up here real quick. I did not forget you, my friend, Michael Peterson. Status Pro Baseball. I think it's Status Pro Baseball, but let me make sure. Maybe Stratomatic Baseball. It's one of them. Michael Peterson's looking for one game though. He got in touch, posted it up. I haven't seen Michael since today. I'm seeing Michael. I didn't forget him. I didn't forget him at all. I have that. Which one is it you're looking for? It was. Didn't you post up something the other day on my on one of my videos saying you were looking for one of the games? I was thinking you posted something up. I could have swore it was you. 2-0 Cardinals right now. John Lester will be throwing his 60th pitch here in the 4th inning. And the Tigers, I was looking for Status Pro cards. Okay. CJ's nickname. Won't You is his real name. CJ is his nickname. Oh, okay. CJ's his nickname. All right, I got you. That's cool. Very cool. Very, very cool. Astros Royals on YouTube. Yeah, they'll be playing on MLB Network too now. Then um, Kansas City Royals Baseball Network. We'll see what they're saying to us. Um, um, Obviously, the A's need the Royals to light them up right here. A couple games. Um, I'm not sure the A's are going to catch them 4.5 back right now. Astros playing good ball. They're playing very good ball. Not as um, let's see, Astros Royals. Oh, that's a YouTube game today. That's why they took them off of here. Um, Rockies Cubs. Who wants to watch that? Oh my gosh. Rays Phillies again tonight. Rays won the first game. This will be the last of that, and then the Rays will be done in Philadelphia for the season. Um, Orioles 19-game losing streak. They got the Angels tonight in Baltimore. And yeah, Rockies Cubs doubleheader, 2:20 and then 6:30 Eastern time. You're correct. I do not know who's pitching for the Orioles. I'm going to say they lose their 20th in a row tonight. Reds tonight. Let's see. The Reds play tonight 8:10 Eastern time. They're playing at the Brewers. Quarterback is a pitcher on the baseball team and throws the deep ball. Oh, very cool. Very cool, Frank. Did you get my mailing address? Frank is looking for Legends of Wrestling, NWA wrestlers. If you've got them, hook him up, guys. If you got some stuff, hook him up. Talk to him. You're good. All right. Okay, good to go. All right. Reds are on tonight, 8:10 Eastern time. Reds at the Brewers, Dodgers at the Padres. Late night tonight, 10:10. Padres, as we said earlier, 2 days ago, fired their pitching coach, Rothschild, Larry Rothschild. 10 games plus back now. The Padres, they're not going to catch the Giants, and I don't think they're going to catch the Dodgers. Giants played the Mets. Giants, one of these two teams, either the Mets are going to play themselves out of a playoff spot, or the Giants, if they lose, they're going to let the Dodgers get right back into contention. Phillies lost 23 in a row in 1961. Yeah, this is the American League mark is what we're talking about, Keith, for the Orioles. 19 in a row and 21 in a row, I think, is the American League record. I remember the Tigers a few years ago. It's been a good many years ago. Won like 20 in a row. And so did the A's Moneyball year. They won 19 or 20 in a row as well. Yeah, I still say that DeGrom is overrated, says Michael Peterson. He would not be my go-to guy. He would not be my go-to guy as far as saying, okay, if I got to win a game, that's who I want. Scherzer right now. DeGrom is the up there. But for me, Max Scherzer, I've seen way too much. Too brittle, he says. Max Scherzer, to me, I don't know. Throw your go-to guy up there, guys. Somebody you got to put on a bump. You got to win that one game. Current pitcher. You got to put him on a bump. He's got to win that game for you. I say Scherzer right now. I'm not talking about a year ago, 5 years ago, or a year down the road. I'm talking about today. You got to put him on the bump today in his current health he's in. Scherzer. To me, it's not a no-brainer. Lance Lynn says Michael Peterson. I'll take Scherzer. Is Puck still here? Puck. Puck probably still here. We got four. I've got four people listed in here right now. I can find out who is in here. Yeah, he's in here. We got Puck. We got Keith. We got Ken. We got Michael. Frank just left, I think. I think Frank just left. Yeah, Frank left. But what do you guys think? Ken Castro, G Puck, Keith White. You got to win one game right now. Who do you put on the mound? I'm sorry, and the Yankees, right? The Yankees, I know they overspent for the kid. Um, um, they overspent for that kid to take out from the Astros. They had to do it, but I don't think he is. I definitely don't think he's the best pitcher in baseball. Okay, Cole, um, American League thins down a little bit because it's not as good. Um, Wheeler, Ken says Wheeler. Cole, yeah, Cole to me is not. He's not um, the stop everything in somebody's tracks pitcher. To me, he's not. I'm with Ken there. Wheeler, I think Wheeler's a better option than Cole is. I really do. Um, all these guys that threw no hitters this year too, you got to take him in consideration. Um, Casey is a homer. I'm a homer too, but hey, I do not like Scherzer, but uh, I'm a homer too all the way. But I would take Scherzer over anybody right now. I really would. I Martin Perez. Martin Perez. Yeah. Colorado Rockies Baseball Network. May see a fight or something. Rag on. Let's see what the Rockies can do today. The Cubs are playing like crap. Here comes old Charlie Blackmon up to the plate. It's a shame he's still playing on the Rockies. You got to know he is out of town. He and Trevor Story are both. As soon as they got the words free agent written down on, as official in the major leagues for them, they are going to be listing so many different management organizations, anybody that's willing to talk to them and listen to offers to get the hell out of Colorado. And 15 years ago, people danced in line to go to Colorado. Colorado is going to be the first place we're going to see somebody hit 40 home runs in their home ballpark, 45 home runs. No, people do not run to Colorado now. Bueller's a good pitcher. Bueller, I'd still rather have. I'd still rather have 31 pitching for me. Max Scherzer. I'd take Scherzer. Colorado's not the place to go anymore. It's not. Colorado is not a place where free agents want to go. They want to escape. Chicago, Wrigley Field. They're running for the gates. They're running to the exits, getting the hell away from there if they can do it. Got my tickets on top of Kelly's Square Out Pizza roof to catch Alec Boehm's moonshots next week. Oh, yeah. Alec Boehm got sent to the minors. Alec Boehm went to social media talking about his displeasure with going to the minor leagues. don't talk about displeasure about going to the minor leagues when you strike out 9 times in 3 games. Okay? You had runners on base 7 of those times, and 9 times you struck out. 7 times you struck out with runners in scoring position. Yeah. I sent Ken Castro a text the other day. When can they get rid of this trash? When can they get rid of this trash? You want to go there here in like 2 weeks. You want to. Yadier Molina is retiring after next season. Yeah, Molina. I have displeasures watching Bohm. Oh, yeah. Bohm was hard to watch, man. Yeah. Yeah. Bohm was a tough kid to watch play anytime. Because, number one, he never looked comfortable in the batter's box. And he's not the biggest player in the world, but he looks like he's 7 feet tall when he's in the batter's box. He doesn't bend down at all. He just stands there, looks lazy. And then he just swings a bat. We were, you almost wanted to send him. You almost wanted to send him something in the mail, have a package for him, and be a blindfold, not a mask. Put a blindfold and put COVID on there. COVID's the reason I'm wearing this, and make him put it over his eyes when he comes to the plate. It might have a better chance of hitting the ball. He was awful. I mean, awful, guys. Oh my God. Oh my God. Boom. Laid him out. He is laid out. I mean, that was an AEW wrestling move right there. You wait till you see this. Wait till you see this. I mean, he laid him out. You wait till you see it. They caught the ball. But my Lord, he laid. Well, watch this yet. Watch. Don't slow it down. Boom. It looked, come on, you got to show it in actual speed. Boom. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. That's what we want to see. Boom. That's called crunch, boys. That's called crunch. That is rough. That's tough. That's pretty tough on you right there when you see stuff like that. And as soon as you said cringeworthy, then I look up and see that. Man. Kid from Colorado. I don't know what his name is, number 9. He got laid the hell out. Joe. Is that his name? Joe? I mean, he laid the catch. The pitcher's doing like that, glove in one hand, patting his hands like that. 3-step Bohm. He was doing the 2-step when he was in there trying to hit the ball. And then last night was gold. If you watch last night's Philadelphia game, it's alive. It's alive. What's up, Alex? If you watch last night's Phillies game on the Phillies network, John Kruk. Is his name Connor Joe? Okay. John Kruk last night, as soon as the game started, or just a little while after the game started, Tom McCarthy comes on and says, we just witnessed, we just got a video of a great play made by Alec Bohm at the AAA level, wherever they were playing at last night. This was gold, pure gold. If you can watch it from last night, you gotta find it. And this was a response by John Kruk. It had to be a pop fly because anything's been hitting on the ground, he's not been able to touch it. I'm like, no, he did not just say that. But my man John Kruk does not care. John Kruk is zero filter. I love him for it. But that was as funny as shit you could say. He said, yeah. He said it had to be a pop up because anything hitting the ground, he ain't touching it. And I'm like, oh, no, he didn't. But look, it's nothing more deflating than to watch a broadcast, right? Leading off is Gene Segura. Odubel Herrera, second, Segura, third, Harper, fourth, um, Real Muto, fifth, McCutcheon. And tonight, Alec Boehm is batting sixth. It's almost like you got to have a discussion as to why they're playing this dumb jabroni. What are your thoughts on the Broncos naming Teddy Bridgewater as starting quarterback? I don't have a problem with it. I do not have a problem with that. Teddy Bridgewater was a solid quarterback in Carolina. I don't have a problem with it at all. Drew Luck didn't play worth a damn, so I don't blame him. Crucky says 1 beer per hot dog. Oh, yeah. Says somebody, I can take down 8 hot dogs in an evening, no problem. And then he mentioned right after that, what's the name says, so that'd be 8 beers. He said, oh, yeah. And hadn't you ever sat down and drank 8 beers at one time? And McCarthy kindly said, I wish not to answer that question. Kruk says, oh, I've sat and drank a 12-pack a few times with the guys. Kruk's just a good old boy. Kruk is just a good old boy. But he said, yeah, 1 beer per hot dog. So he said, yeah, just get in line and get me 5 now. Or get me 4 now. That's what he said. Give me 4 now. And I'll go. Do the Phillies have dollar hot dog nights? Yes. Yes, they do. Most obnoxious baseball announcer. Most obnoxious baseball announcer. I don't know about obnoxious, but some of them I can't stand. The fumes, the fumes come off their mouth sometime. Who out there likes a guy for Fox? What the hell's his name? He's naturally got kind of brown hair, and then it turned red, and now they got a little bit of gray in his hair. What the hell's his name? His dad did it. He is awful. I mean, he tries to do not. I don't mind Eckersley too bad. Eckersley tells you points. He tells you straight up what he thinks. This guy's bad. What the hell is his name? What the hell is his name? I don't mind Eckersley too bad. Now, look, I don't speak New England, so I have a problem with Remy. I don't understand half of what Remy says. The other night when we went out to the ballpark and we was at the park the other night and a guy outside offered me a hot dog, and I have to look at the wife and say, what the hell did he just say? need a damn interpreter for him sometime. But he ain't a bad guy. I just need an interpreter. But what's the guy for Fox? You guys know his name. Oh, he's awful. He's awful. He tries to do golf and all that shit sometimes. And he tears everything up. Joe Buck. Is that his name? Yeah, Joe Buck. I don't like him at all. Can't stand him. No. Who else? How about FP Santangelo? Have we got anybody that's around the Washington, D.C. area? Right? FP Santangelo for the Nats. He's bad. Then, if you really want to go on a homer train, go listen to Baltimore's Jim Palmer. Listen to Jim Palmer. Okay? Well, back in the day when I used to pitch, I used to talk to my catcher for an hour before each game, and I mean, come on, dude. Look, back when you played, it's 50 years ago now. I understand a lot of things don't change now. Why don't you become manager then? Why don't you become manager if you want to tell? But yeah, he's got excuses why the Orioles don't win every game. He's Mr. Excuse. I can't stand listening to him either. Let's see who else. Michael Kay. Is anybody like Michael Kay for the Yankees? He can wear his welcome too. That's a home run. There's a home run for the Cubbies. No, for the Rockies. For the Rockies. Home run. Rockies. Hawk Harrelson. I liked Hawk Harrelson. Okay. Yeah. Steve Stone was okay. Um, Harry Carey was funny. Check out the kid in the sombrero. Oh my word. Check him out. Fifth row down, guys. He's got more beers in his hand than I've got on my table here. K is better than Sterling. I don't know. Rams acquired Sony Michel. Yep, we heard about that. The lady for the Yankees. I don't know. Everybody knows who I can't stand in football. Okay. Well, I think Washington's going to do this. And Gravely voiced Jabroni. CBS, why don't y'all give him another raise? Then we can call him Triple Trash Dump. It's terrible. Romo is awesome. Romo is terrible. If Romo was half the announcer that he was player, then the thing of it is, though, people got him making the Hall of Fame, right? That's number one thing that's wrong already. He wasn't a good quarterback, but he's even a worse announcer. He's terrible, man. He's terrible. Chip Carey's better than Skip Carey. Skip Carey get on your nerves real quick, but Tony Romo, I'm not lying, man. Anybody can listen to Tony Romo talk long. Well, I think I could see a draw play here. I think they're gonna draw play, Jim. Jim, they're in draw play. They're gonna do a draw play, Jim. I know it's mean, but hell, it's YouTube. We can get by with this shit, right? John Miller can be a pain in the ass too. He was with Baltimore long enough. I don't know, he's doing it for the Giants though. Criticizing Romo offends my sensibilities. Oh my gosh, Romo. Nance is not the worst in the world. Nance just pretty much goes according to the books. See, everybody knows I'm old school. I liked old Don Criqui. I liked Don Criqui back in the day. I did. Anybody remember him? Vinny Curry of the Jets out for the year. Vinny Curry was with the Phillies. I mean, with the Eagles. They got rid of his ass, and then he went to the Jets. As soon as he goes to the Jets, yeah, Don Criqui. I have to buy ass kicking for dummies, and then I'm coming to get you, Rob. Who was that used to call games with Criqui? What was that old guy with glasses? Blood disorder. Cannot hit a person for 6 months. Wow. Man, oh man. Then you got people would say, well, that's no problem. Not Fouts. No, before him. Way before him. He used to help do the Orange Bowl with Don Criqui. Before Fouts. What was this guy's name? He didn't have a whole lot of hair, but he had glasses. Um, Don Criqui and helped call it a lot of Orange Bowl games with him. Trumpy, that's his name. What was his name? Don Trumpy? That don't sound right. Not Sonny Jorgensen. It was Trumpy. Yeah, he was good. I liked him. But it was his name Bob Trumpy. Okay, it was good. They were good. I liked him. Um, yeah, I liked him. Um, I could deal with the guy. Um, it was on Monday night for a while. What the hell is his name? Monday Night Football. Uh, was he a tight end for Cincinnati? Really? Okay. Um, what was this guy's name? He did Monday Night Football. He's done a lot of different things. He's mostly been on ABC. Not Jackson. That's not his name. It's not. Uh, who will be a surprisingly who will be surprisingly cut preseason for the season? NFL. Who will be one of the surprising cuts? I don't know. Remember Sam? Not Dan Deerdorf. Sam Wycherly? Sam Wycherly. Now I don't remember him. I remember Deerdorf doing it. This guy still does it. He's been on ABC. Al Michaels. I like him. Sam Weiss. Sam Weiss. Yeah. What Bengals? Bengals head coach? Oh, former Bengals quarterback. I thought was he a coach too? Head coach. Maybe I'm wrong. So many things. Maybe he was a quarterback. I thought he was a head coach too. What's your thoughts on Chris Berman? Yeah, Berman's got his place. He just needs to keep it there. Uh, yes he was coach. Okay, Namath won great in the booth. Hell, one of the worst PC guys ever was one of the best ones in the booth. Cosell. Say what you want about Cosell. Son of a bitch knew talent when he seen him. He just had no filter. That was his problem. Damn good announcer. You might not like his voice very well, but he did do the job from start to finish every time. I thought he was decent though. I didn't always like listening to him, but I thought he knew his stuff better than a lot of them. He made the speech on the Browns fans throwing things. Yeah. Sam Weiss, he just passed. Sam Weiss was a coach over at Liberty at one time, I think. I think he took over Liberty. Now, you know what? Retigliano. Yeah, Cosell now wouldn't last 2 weeks. Retigliano, he's the one that went over to Liberty. Liberty, not Weiss. Oh yeah, he wouldn't even get a chance to get fired every week. He'd get fired once and they'd be banned from television. Um, go back what you was talking about, Berman. Chris Berman, um, he's great on the shows, talking about football. Like, okay, we're going to show you everything that happened today on the Football Network or whatever, or ESPN tonight or whatever. Does a great job. I don't want to listen to him calling baseball. I don't like it. Joe Namath as an announcer or Ken Stabler. Hey, you know what? I don't know if I ever listened to Stabler do enough. Stabler had a good voice, though, so I don't know. I'd probably rather take Stabler. Namath didn't do anything for him. Used to listen to commentary every night. Costello at 6 p.m. for 1 minute. Weiss drafted by the WFL but never played. Oh, okay. Cosell, at 6 p.m. for 1 minute every night. Oh, okay. Gotcha. I gotcha. Want to also, um, yeah, some shout outs. Um, everybody that's look for things and stuff. Looks like we're kind of unfolding some pieces and parts here. Some people have got this and that and stuff. If you've got any of the games that people are looking for, get back in touch with me. I will eventually get you to where you need to be. And Legends of Wrestling now, cards, NWA Wrestling for Frank. That's what we're looking for now. If you got some for sale, for free, whatever, however it is, get in touch with me. I'll let you do your dickering with him, decide what's happening there. Don Meredith, although Don Meredith did a great job. Looking for APBA dead ball teams from 1900 to 1918. Ken Castro's looking for those. So if you got APBA teams from 1900, 1918, any of those teams, Ken Castro's interested in them. If you don't find Ken, find me. I can direct you to Ken, no problem. What's the most controversial topic in sports history? I don't. Most controversial topic in sports history. Well, a lot of people say this deal with the women's soccer, kneeling and stuff like that. Some people say that's not an issue. Just depends on who you are. Warner Wolf was good. Yeah, Warner Wolf. Yeah, out of New York. Yeah, Warner Wolf used to help pick games before Sunday. I got dead ball 2021 Phillies. Yeah, they are dead ball, aren't they? Good Lord. Phillies are bad. Oh, how did it go last night? Suarez, what's his first name? Ranger Suarez. Now he's pitching here in the 7th inning, and that's another home run. Boom, that's one by the Cubs, 1-1. First to 10 is going to win that game. Ranger Suarez, and it looks like they're going to pull him. And who's coming in? Hector Neris. They bring Neris in, right? My wife fell asleep right here in this very chair. And yeah, because you woke up, you said, what happened to us? We just got him out. And Neris threw like 10, 11 pitches to get that one guy out. Harry Kalas wasn't too bad. He wasn't bad. What's wrong with Harper? Harper's not. He's not getting a lot of help. That's been a problem. Alec Boehm, he's been a big part of the problem. Their first baseman, Rhys Hoskins, has been hurt. McCutcheon's not hitting the ball as well as he was the first half of the season. Harper's having the MVP type season, Michael. He's having he's having an MVP type season. You go look at his numbers. He's batting right at 300. Boho was a bust. Bohm is there's no doubt. Bohm needs to be. Oh yeah, he's a bum. Yeah, he is having an MVP type season. He's only hit 2 home runs with runners on base. Oh, you talking about Syndergaard's a bust. Oh, no, Noah. Is Syndergaard coming back this year? No, I don't think he is. Who would win the World Series? All-time Red Sox versus all-time Phillies. I would say Red Sox. They got more all Hall of Famers. I would say Red Sox. That's just me. Phillies probably got a little better pitching, But the Red Sox have had some good pitchers over the years. Probably the Red Sox. I mean, you got Ted Williams in there. You got Wade Boggs in there. You got some Hall of Famers. Dewey Evans, we were just talking about him. Dewey Evans should be a Hall of Famer, folks. You know, and I never knew the numbers until I looked at them weeks ago. Fred Lynn, Dwight Evans. Dwight Evans was a better ball player. Dwight Evans was a better ball player than Fred Lynn. He was. Look at the numbers. They show it. They clearly show it. He was a better ball player. Jim Rice is a Hall of Famer, and I think Dewey Evans should be a Hall of Famer. If you go look at the numbers, he should be. Thurman Munson died at 32. 700 RBIs, batted right at 300. Probably should be a Hall of Famer. Yadier Molina, is he a Hall of Famer? Yes. I think so. Just defensive-wise, he's a Hall of Famer. I'm playing fall classic baseball. Good game, not difficult. Okay, cool, Michael. Molina definitely a Hall of Famer, yes. Now, I want to offer my channel to somebody out there. Now, what we want to do is this. If you are looking to start a channel, or if you're not looking to start a channel, you just would like to see somebody watch you play your game one time, right? Baseball, football, basketball, whatever. Okay? Get in touch with me. I will put you on StreamYard with me. You will have the big screen. I will just be sitting by the sidelines. I'll be watching chat. I'll be able to talk to you, but you will be leading your own game. You'll be doing your own game on my channel, okay? It could be your first game of anything, or it could be your last. Doesn't matter. How soon before the Dodgers catch the Giants? I'm going to say within 2.5 weeks. But they got to do it, though. They're 2.5 back now. But I still think they do it. I still think they do it. Wait up. There are other sports besides hockey. A couple. Biking. But so that's what I'm offering. Anybody that would like to showcase their game, their tabletop, you got yourself a mic. If you got a laptop, you don't even need a mic. Get yourself a camera. Get a cam. However way you want to position it to show people your game. I'm going to sit by the sideline. I'm going to co-host. That's all I'm going to do. I'm going to sit here. If you strike out 12 in a row, we're going to say, hey, we're going to say a no hitter. That kind of deal. Yankees are on fire. For all the fire the Yankees have got, the Orioles have got all the coals thrown on their asses by now. I'm watching Premier League. Premier League's on today. Is that correct? NBCSN? We will see. Vuelta a España. That's a bike race going on right there. Alan Shaw, hello. Good evening. Alan, it's about almost 8 o'clock there in the UK. Anybody that would like to show off one of your games, get in touch with me. Hockey, wrestling, baseball, basketball, football, whatever. And you can come on my channel. And I'm going to sit over here with a box about this big. I'll be in a box about this big, and I'm going to be watching too. Ken says, I love your hockey playoffs, Alan. Alan's doing a great job with it. Doing a great job. Just finished game 3. So you got that posted up? Or did you do it live, or are you downloading it, Alan? Alan's good at both. He downloads some stuff, and then he can go live on StreamYard. He can boot it up with StreamYard and go right with it. Rob, get the cheat cards and play the game. You will like it more. All right. And one time, Alan never went live. Now Alan lives by the live feed. That's great. That's great. I think people prefer watching a live broadcast over a taped one. That's just what I think. You may hear 50% say, I like it this way, I like it this way. Arsenal's playing a championship league game, West Brom Albion. What channel is that on? It's not on FS1, is it? FS1? No, that's Colin Cowherd. That's a cup game. Okay. What channel is it on? Somebody help me out. Oh, I don't have ESPN Plus. I don't have that. Kansas City Royals channel. Let's go back to the Royals. I think they were playing earlier. I think. Nope, they're not playing yet. Detroit Tigers Baseball Network. Tigers playing the Cardinals right now. Alan Shaw gets to see his Tigers batting with the pitcher. How about that? And let's see what the score is. Last we looked, it's 2-1 now. Cardinals 2, Detroit 1. This is watch the Cardinals play. Cardinals are live. Yes, they are. And they're up 2-1, top of the 6th. May watch the game on Fire Stick, says Michael Peterson. I could show it live, but I will get a mark on me on YouTube. You learn quick. Got them on, says Alan. Cool. Fly ball left field, and it's foul ball. Foul ball. Wow. So Detroit must be going with a new pitcher starting in the bottom of the 6th. So that's cool there. Been online a little over 2 hours. We've talked about everything. Obviously, the big news in my area today was a COVID hit, COVID strike, whatever you want to call it. I'll tell you what happened. One county over from me, all the kids were met on a bus. As soon as they got off the bus at their school, met by teachers, met by principals, met by different people, and were sent to the auditorium. They had them in the auditorium, talked to them for a few minutes, immediately got them back on their buses, sent them home. And then they reported to the news networks. They were sending them home due to COVID, and they were lining them up as to how they could get their lessons and do whatever they needed to if they were going to do it that way. Arsenal was 0 goals scored in 2 games. Oh, wow. So much better than DH Gurley baseball, says Alan Shaw. But you only got 20 more games of it. Then it's going to be DH throughout. And that's one thing that will happen in the offseason. No doubt about that. No doubt about it. And the DH will go from both leagues, American League, National League. The COVID situation, I'm hearing the players want to get checked by their own doctors if they deem it necessary to where they can have a yep, and my MLB subscription is done, says Alan. I agree with the DH. Michael Peterson, you agree? You think they should play with the DH or no DH? I actually like the DH. When you go into a game and you're paying $50, ain't going away seemingly. DH, Allen, I know likes no DH, but I don't have a problem with it. If I'm paying $70 to go see somebody, I like somebody, and it's coming. I agree, Michael. It's definitely here next year. There's no way they play without it next year. No way. They didn't want to this year, and they let it slide. Unless they bring in the DH, has to change if the pitcher changes. No, that's not going to happen either. It's going to be uh, Alan just thinks the DH is girly because you did the side by side of David Ortiz and Esther Roll. Oh my God. You guys remember, you guys saw that with me. Oh, that was so, just want to watch it. It's such a boring game. There is no tactics. It's so mean. And, uh, um, I put this picture up. I forgot how many months ago. I forgot how many months ago I put that picture up. And I don't know how many people got back in touch with me laughing their asses off. Not too many people got mad. David Ortiz look-alike. This is so funny. If you don't have to consider the pitcher's position when changing him out, how boring. Oh my God, this is so wrong. Uh, she just needs a hat. She just needs a hat on her head. That is so wrong. The gap in her teeth, everything. Oh my God. Oh Jesus, so funny. I should think you can even catch them when they're laughing and shit. Look at that. Check it out. Oh man. Oh man. Oh, the other day, Keith Keith sent me one the other day. It was funny as everything. Let's see if I can find it. Oh my God, I was about to bust. I was busting the gut laughing at this stuff. It's so funny because you just don't. Uh, oh yeah, let me also tell you something. P-Jet came down last weekend. Um, P-Jet came down to Virginia last week. Had no idea. He had no idea he was coming. He drove in 9.5 hours, down to Charlottesville. I'm 5 minutes away from him, just outside of Charlottesville, maybe 10 minutes, at a sale. He comes right by where I live, goes down to Stewart, Virginia, and looks at 4 houses. Now, let me tell you now, I kind of live in the sticks. If my man leaves New York City and moves to Stewart, Virginia, let me tell you the kind of move this is. All right. You are moving from the fastest or one of the 2 fastest cities, right, in the United States to perhaps one of the 5 slowest counties in the state of Virginia. When I say slowest counties in the state of Virginia, no stoplights, very few stores. I mean, you're on mountaintops. He said something about beautiful views. Yeah, you got beautiful views, summer, winter, whatever, day, night, whatever. You're more out in the country, a whole lot more out in the country than I am. Harris found me just like that. If Harris wanted to find somebody out there, number one, you got to get phone service. Half the time, you're not even going to have phone service unless you got a wired line in your house. And I don't know how many people even have those anymore. But you'd have to have one out there. There's no way in hell you could live with a cell phone out there in that part, down in that part of the state. It's right next to North Carolina. It's up in the mountains, bears, mountain lions, cougars, foxes, um, coyotes, all that shit. Elk, all that stuff is out there. Plenty of snakes too, I'm sure. And some good fishing, no doubt about it. Good fishing up there too. But man, oh man, um, he sent me a thing saying that gotta run, guys. Talk soon. All right, Puck, have a good one. Is that the two-legged or four-legged cougars? Four-legged cougars. There's no women out there to be found. They've escaped. They escaped and actually went to somewhere they could buy clothing at. There's no clothing stores. Damn, I'd move there, says Alan. It's a slower way of life, no doubt about it. Here it is slow. I mean, my wife would tell you she couldn't deal with a lot more slower than it is here. This is our nearest stoplight is 5 miles away. Nearest Walmart's about 10 miles away. And then if we really wanted to just, find great places to eat, probably 25 miles. Now, there's a couple of places we can go to in the area and eat, but we generally go over to the city, and that's about 30-minute ride. 30-minute ride. By the time we get loaded up, cranked up and gone, it takes about 30 minutes. I've been on here with you guys a lot longer than I planned on it today, so I wanted to let you know. Let's see what did. Nice play by the Tigers' second baseman right there. Very nice. Castro. Any jabronis or trash dumps around there? They're everywhere, Keith. They're everywhere. Our general neighbors are good, though. Yeah. And in fact, at one time, I was going to direct P-Jet to the house down the street here. As you get older, people gravitate to a slower pace, in my experience. I think so, too. But plus, it doesn't hurt. It doesn't cost a lot to live here. They don't gouge us. The pumps now, $2.79. I don't know if that's high or low from where you sit. $2.79 is what we paid a couple days ago. My neighbors are trash dumps 24/7. Says Ken. Yeah, about $2.79 for fuel. You can go to a minor league baseball game for under $10. 7, 8, $9. Case of beer you can get $14, $15. Are the police officers sociable? Wife will tell you. I actually got pulled over about a month ago, and yeah, very nice, very nice. She said you were weaving a little bit. I said, oh, okay, and I got out of the car. I never did get out of the car. She looked in my eyes and she got close enough to me, smelled my breath or whatever, and could tell I hadn't been drinking. Nope, just a warning. Yeah, they're not looking for confrontation, if that's what you're asking, Keith. No, not at all. No, we don't have problems with that all the time. People here realize if you stay the hell out of trouble, most of the time they're not looking to find trouble. We have more problems with people from out of the state flying up and down the highways and stuff that they light them up quick. Out of state license plate, they love them here in the state of Virginia. They love nothing more than to give you a nice $150, $200 ticket. That doesn't hurt their feelings at all. And I'm sure they won't even deny it. I bet they wouldn't even deny it. But, yeah, they, what'd you catch me doing? Oh, you were speeding. And then all of a sudden, if you get in that confrontational gap with them and start yapping back, I don't care who you are. You're not going to win that argument with a cop. So you're just not going to do it. 2-1 right now. Cardinals over Detroit. Detroit's got their defense at the bottom of the sixth, with a 2-away. Man at first, 1-1 count. And they're looking to see if they can close out the sixth inning here, only down 1 run. Strike number 2, it was only about 2 feet outside in the dirt. Man, they're swinging some bad pitches this year. I've never remember seeing batters swinging at so much garbage in my life, but they are this year. Got to plug my computer in, too. That's another reason I got to go, guys. If you're looking for a game, parts of a game, anything, get in touch with me. I will broadcast it. You guys will know. You can get back in touch with me if you find any of these games, components of games, any of the parts. Get back in touch with me. We can get to whoever we need to. Then you guys can do your own dealings, okay? But at least I can try to help it to where middleman, A can get to B without all the interference. He can just get directly to that person, and they can dicker and do their dealings. I got pulled over one time, and I had just let one go in the car. The cop thought I was in Don Heston's vehicle. He just let Keith White just had popped one out. Have a good one, boys. Off to go on a training ride. Awesome. Just calculated our fuel cost to U.S. gallons and dollars. Do you want to know what it works out at? Alan, I'm going to say you pay $4.48 a gallon. Show us. Alan Shaw is going to show us how much he pays per gallon. I'm going to say $4.44. $6.08. That is criminal, dude. That is criminal. That's over double what we pay. Over twice as much. We pay $2.79. $2.79 twice. Let's do our add. $4.40 plus 16. $4.56. $5.56. All right, $5.56 for 2 gallons here. $5.56, 2 gallons. 50 cents cheaper than what you're paying for 1 gallon. That's just outrageous. That shit's criminal. Alan needs to move, sell his house in England, sell his house in France, move to the U.S. And then you have to put up with all the bullshit. Then you got to put up with all these bullshit. Whichever side of the ring you're on, it doesn't matter. If you're a lefty or if you're a righty, it doesn't matter. You're going to have arguments against you. It don't make a shit. Nobody gets along with anybody in this country. If we had the money, I'd be that. I don't know if you want to be or not. I don't know if you'd want to be. Keith will tell you, this country's screwed the hell up right now. Yeah, we can't decide if we can't decide if we're scratching our watch or winding our ass. We can't decide what the hell we're doing. Yeah, our country's screwed all to hell. The only thing that makes it livable is seeing people on a daily basis that are on the same playing field as far as knowing what the hell is going on in the world and can talk to you in a legit manner. You know what I'm saying? It just makes living, So I don't know what they're going to end up doing about this kids going to school and shit, but we'll see what happens. You all have a great, great evening. God bless. Take care. Be good to one another. I will not be on tonight. I got to go check my mail and go see what's happening in the world. After that, adios. Have a great night. God bless. And we will see you again in the next day or two here on my channel. Bye-bye, guys. Bye.